Yo fellow gamers, my name is Momojin and welcome to another build guide video. This time around we'll be covering support Kalista role, because I know some of you have been inquiring into how I built support Kalista through This Is Why We Love to Play Support Kalista, and of course since you guys are interested, I'm just gonna let you guys know. So first off, I want to let you guys know that if you want to know how exactly I play him during game, besides all this setup and stuff, go ahead and leave in the comments below and I will create another video just on that, tips and tricks on support Kalista, because what I want to do, I want to keep this video short and concise on everything build related. So first off, let's skip right into runes. Okay, runes, we have flat attack speed marks, okay, giving you 15% attack speed, flat health seals giving you 72 health, and then both flat cooldown reduction glyphs and quintessences giving you 15% cooldown for your runes. Okay, moving on to masteries, we have 0, 11, 19. Of course, this is purely preference. If you want the Wanderer note from the utility tree, go ahead and play 0, 9, 21. It's completely fine. The thing here is I wanted slightly more defense than utility, and I didn't deem Wanderer not a necessary point, since I had martial poise anyway that allowed me to kite. And then I think that's it for runes and masteries. Let's go into abilities. Right, for abilities, at level 1 I get Sentinel first at rank 1. Moving on, at rank 2, you either choose whether you want more mobility, you would get Pierce. If not, you would go for Ren instead for the to help your ADC start giving him or her, your ADC, CC in effect, a slow or some sort. And then from rank 4 onwards, you want to max out Sentinel first, and then moving on to maxing out Ren, and then finally Pierce. Fate's Call, you go ahead and get it when you can at level 6, level 11 and level 16. And then of course finally, actually no, before that, right, I want to tell you guys why Sentinel first. Reason being, both the passive and active is tremendously useful for you as a support. The passive is not just for harassing every 6 or 8 seconds for a percentage of the target's max health. That kind of harass is swell, right? But also for the fact that you're gonna buy Targon's Brace, or is that what you call it? Or is that the upgrade? Was it Relic Shield? Yes, Relic Shield. And you can't proc the melee insta kill from that passive in order to give your ADC the Spoils of War. So what happens is that you're gonna rely on Sentinel's passive, which is Soul Mark, in order to last hit and proc the Spoils of War. Active, of course, great, because what the heck, you can have this Sentinel guys patrolling your jungle for vision and all that. It helps for vision, and as a support, you are kind of there for vision as well, rewarding and stuff like that, in line with what you do. And of course, the reason why I don't have Pierce over Ren, max Pierce over Ren, is because Pierce, I usually use it to do a Sentinel, I either soul mark my targets for my ADC, or it's just for a mobility purpose, and adding further ranks will just increase physical damage. It doesn't scale the cooldown any lower, so I didn't bother about that. Of course, Ren makes sense to do it because the slow increases and the cooldown also decreases as well, which is great. Fate's Call, of course, you guys know, that is the exact reason why we play support Kalista. So finally, we'll be moving on to item sets. My build is, I'll explain the reason for my build, but I'll start first, okay? We start off with Relic Shield, 2 health potions thanks to the utility tree, certain nodes in the utility tree, 1 stealth ward, and sweeping lens, right? Because you already have your sentinels to help you with vision. Getting a yellow trinket is not really necessary. And then once you go back and mid-game onwards, go ahead and get your Sightstone first, followed by an upgrade to Relic Shield, Targon's Brace, and then here's where you have an option. You it depends whether you want to have a tier 1 boots, or you want to get and then get the other items, or you just go ahead and get a tier 2 boots, because this will depend largely on how well you want your martial poise to work for you. And martial poise depends on the jump range depends on the tier, your boots tier, right? If it's tier 2, it's gonna jump even a little bit further. And then moving on, if you want to be more defensive first, go ahead and get Frozen Heart. The armor and the cooldown reduction here is good, because what happens is the moment you get Frozen Heart, you're good on 40% cooldown, you're on max cooldown reduction. And then Runan's Hurricane is, well, it's great for your Ren, right? As you all know, ADCs right now, Kalista ADCs are on the rise thanks to the tournaments, and people, this is their first item right here, Runan's Hurricane. And believe me, there's a reason for it. It boosts your kite potentials insanely, and the fact that you have like you have 2 additional targets that are getting Ren, that they are getting stacked on, which can be Ren later, is awesome utility for your team, and ultimately for your ADC here. And then go ahead and upgrade your red lens, sweeping lens, into an Oracle's lens. And then when you finally hit late game, you can get a Zz'Rot portal, right? Because it helps with pushing, even though you are being tanky. Split push or whatever. And then here, you can go ahead in your 6 item slot, go ahead and sell your Targon's Brace, and then you either choose to get a Guardian Angel or a Thorn Mill, depending how much damage, what kind of damage the enemy has. Either more magic AP damage or AD damage. And then finally go ahead and finish it up with a Ruby Sightstone. So I think that's about it for my build. I'll let you guys know why, the reason why I built tank, okay? Because the reason why you play support Kalista is for Fate's Call, right? With 40% cooldown reduction and a rank 3 Fate's Call, you essentially have a 36-second free utility for your teammate, for your ADC, and this utility involves 4-second Zonia, a double flash range repositioning skill, right? And that's insane. And then if necessary, your ADC can use it as a inform if a knock-up as well. And when this happens, and when the enemy starts to be aware of the fact that they cannot deal with your ADC until they deal with you, they will start aiming you. And that's the reason for building this tankiness. And with the Runan Hurricane, you're gonna be that much more harder to kill, because you're gonna be tanky and you're gonna be kiting them, right? So that's the exact reason for my build. At the end of the day, this is just a guide, so I hope this build helps. I think that's it, guys. So please do continue to support me, subscribe, and like this video if it helps you. And I see you guys next time. Ciao.